Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This is going to be my Cersei Valonqar prophecy video. There's evidence for a couple different people being the Valonqar, so I'll explain what the prophecy is and who I think it is. Just careful for spoilers for everything that's happened on the show so far. There is a new round of the Game of Thrones giveaway going on now. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. It's for an HBO Now gift certificate. Be sure to click that bell to enable alerts so that you don't miss anything during the break. So as a child, Cersei visited Maggie the Frog and asked her 3 questions. One of those answers was the prophecy of the Valonqar, but the TV show only showed part of that.
Tell me my future, or I'll have your 2 boring eyes gouged out of your head.
Oh, yes. You'll be queen. For a time. Then comes another. Younger. More beautiful. To cast you down and take all you hold dear.
Will the king and I have children?
No. The king will have 20 children. And you will have 3.
That doesn't make sense.
Gold will be their crowns. Gold. Their shrouds.
So you can see how the TV show wanted to highlight how Cersei would lose all her children and how another, younger, more beautiful person would come along to take her throne, talking about Marjorie Tyrell. But another part of Maggie's prophecy, the Valonqar, was left out, probably because they wanted to do it later on the show and it didn't really have anything to do with what was happening during season 5. So the full prophecy goes like this. Cersei asks her, "Will the king and I have children?" And Maggie answers, "Oh, aye, 6 and 10 for him," talking about all of Robert's bastards. He had a lot of children. 3 for you, talking about Cersei's children. Gold shall be their crowns, and gold shall be their shrouds, talking about how they'd wind up dying. Then she goes on and says, "And when your tears have drowned you, the Valonqar shall wrap his hands about your pale white throat and choke the life from you." So Valonqar is High Valyrian for younger brother. So a lot of people read this and they say, okay, her younger brother, Tyrion, is going to kill her eventually because of scenes like this.
"I will hurt you for this. A day will come when you think you're safe and happy, and your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth. And you will know the debt is paid."
Get out.
So just taking at face value, Tyrion has always been the leading candidate for the Valonqar. He is their younger brother. Jaime and Cersei are twins. But what has been changing in the last couple of seasons on the TV show? Jaime has slowly been becoming a good person, even though he is still very much connected to Cersei. Like, it seems like he might break from her influence. He feels like he loves her, he has a duty to her, but his heart is pulled to Brienne. Her good influence has slowly been inspiring him to do better and better things. He's trying to do good, but Godfather style, Cersei's been pulling him back in. And now that she's queen, she's more powerful than ever. So even though we're getting ready for all-out war in the 7 Kingdoms between the forces of the Crown, Cersei, Daenerys' forces, and Jon Snow's forces, there's still a lot of Jaime when he was at Riverrun that's starting to slowly realize that this is all madness. So when you rewatch the Riverrun scenes, you can see that he could have just rode in with his soldiers, killed everyone, and taken the castle. But he actually tried to reason with everyone. He tried to reason with the Blackfish, which was a terrible idea. You can't reason with the Blackfish. But Jaime still tried. He's all about trying to keep his word, his honor, because everybody says that he has none because he's the Kingslayer. It's been this long. Think of all he's been through. He is still in the minds of people like the Blackfish, just the Kingslayer with no honor. What does the word of a Kingslayer mean? It means 0. You have no honor.
You clearly have no intention of saving your men's lives. Why did you come treat with me?
Sieges are dull. And I wanted to see you in person, get the measure of you.
Well, now you have.
Aye, now I have. I'm disappointed.
So that bugs the hell out of Jaime. He is trying to be honorable. He wants to do good things, but he's forced to do the will of Cersei for now. So when you start thinking about his reaction to Cersei at the end of the season, slowly becoming more and more afraid of her, the things that she's willing to do, the horrified look on his face when he sees the Great Sept blow up. Now at this point in the story, the TV shows changed the book plot for these characters quite a bit. Jaime's not at King's Landing to witness this. He's already sworn off Cersei at this point in the books. They haven't had sex since they did in the Sept over Joffrey's dead body, which was traumatic enough, but that was basically the last time they were ever together as man and woman. After that, Jaime effectively abandoned her, at least emotionally. So what it seems like the show has been teasing is that Cersei is slowly going mad queen, in that history will repeat itself for Jaime. He will realize that she needs to be stopped before she can kill everyone, and he will become the Queen Slayer just like he was the King Slayer.
Burn them all!
Where's my sister?
But then you say the Valonqar prophecy is all about the little brother. Tyrion's her little brother. But one of the really important hidden points is that even though they're twins, Cersei was born first. So even though they're born at the same time, Jaime is the younger brother by a couple minutes. So by the prophecy, he can still be the Valonqar. And what a twist for his character that would be. It would totally be in keeping with the arc that he is on. An even better example is when he's talking to Walder Frey, and Walder Frey is just chuckling at the idea that they're both King Slayers, everybody hates them, and this is such a wonderful thing. Like, they're so awesome that they have this in common, and Jaime recoils in disgust at the idea that they share anything in common.
It doesn't matter. Here we are now, two Kingslayers. We know what it's like to have them grovel to our faces and snigger behind our backs. We don't mind, do we? Fear is a marvelous thing.
And I know a lot of people would still like to see Tyrion kill Cersei, but it also seems, just like Jaime, Tyrion has been growing up himself too. He hasn't been whoring as much, he hasn't been getting drunk as much. We still see him drinking, but we don't see him get blackout drunk. And now that he's Hand of the Queen to Daenerys, he has so much responsibility. He just has to go into hardcore analytical mode with Varys to plan what they're going to be doing and how they're going to win the Iron Throne and get rid of Cersei. But through all the craziness in Meereen, when he was trying to hold the city together while Daenerys was away, it seemed like he really cared about the people. So even though he does want to get rid of Cersei, he doesn't want to just kill everybody on sight. So he is not the same Tyrion of this moment here. This line here where he says, "Your joy will turn to ash in your mouth," that was from season 2, episode 8. So that's actually a long time ago. So you guys can let me know, who do you think the Valonqar is, and do you think that the TV show is going to do that? But there are a couple alternate Valonqar prophecy theories, just because little brother could be a more broad description of a little brother to someone else, not necessarily Cersei's little brother. So even though I do think that it's talking about Jaime, they could be talking about Aegon Targaryen from the books. They could be talking about Gendry, who is one of the younger brothers of the other bastards of Robert Baratheon. But it could also, surprise twist, Balerion is gender neutral when it comes to pronouns, so little brother could just mean little sibling, as in little sister as well, like Daenerys. But I don't see Daenerys like throttling Cersei. That would actually be a pretty funny sight, because Daenerys is pretty small. And speaking of size difference, little brother, even though I don't think this is the case, Sandor Clegane, the Hound, is the little brother. So that would actually be a little bit more fun to see him throttle Cersei. But Jaime still seems like the best pick, but there are a couple other fun alternatives. So let me know, who is your alternate pick? Who do you think would have the most satisfying time killing Cersei? And if you want to request another theory or a prophecy video from me, just let me know in the comments. Really, that's what the off season is for, till we wait for it to come back. Talk about all the crazy prophecies and theories. But I will say congratulations to this week's giveaway winner, Andrew Wright. You win an HBO Now gift certificate, so be sure to private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. Sophie Turner was talking about how not all of the main characters are going to make it out of Season 7 alive, so my next Game of Thrones bonus video is probably going to be death predictions for the most likely candidates all the way down to least likely. Like, of the body of main characters they could kill off in Season 7, Littlefinger's close to the top of the list. Bottom of the list would be people like Daenerys, Jon Snow. So I'll do a bonus video for that next Sunday. Later tonight, there's a Fast and Furious trailer posting. I'll do a video for that. And then the Walking Dead finale. So whole bunch of stuff happening. It's going to be a lot of fun. While you guys wait for that to post, you can click here to rewatch that Season 7 teaser they dropped, and you can click here to rewatch those Spider-Man Homecoming trailers. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.